All right, this is it, y'all. If I'm gonna have to live in this giant hallucination they call the 3D realm here on Earth, and by God, I'm doing it my way. That's all there is to it. I'm tired of having to rely on checks and the Section 8 that screwed me over and all the bullshit. I'm starting my own business. If I'm gonna live in a great big hallucination, I'm gonna do it my way. Anybody got any ideas on some of these things? Feel free to let me know. I'm going to start a website. I know there's many different websites, and it'll take me quite a bit of research to figure out who's the best for my needs. But I have friends, and sometimes friends try out things. And when they try out things, you can find out what's good and what's not. It's the easiest way. Get references from friends. So, and start a website, find out these different stores and places that you can go to sell art. We'll just call it art because everything I do is some form of art, whether I'm making an actual art piece or I'm making music. So if I'm going to live in a giant hallucination, by God, I am going to be a freaking musician. I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to spread the love of all divine across this earth. I don't give a shit who you voted for, what religion you claim, or whatever. You're my brother. You're my sister. That's the way it is. It's my hallucination. And in my hallucination, we are all united. Screw all this fighting. Screw all this bullshit. Screw governmental control. Hell, man. I'll figure out how to make a solar panel, a wind turbine. I'll do it all myself. I'll grow every piece of food that I need. I said, for all we know, this is a giant hallucination. If I'm going to live in a giant hallucination, it's going to be by my rules. People sitting here over 2 days checking poll numbers, thinking whoever they put in office is going to change the world, make everything better. They're politicians. You might find one that works a little better for you, but ain't neither of these candidates saving the world. You know who's saving the world? Us, the freaking hallucinations. You want saving, you save your own ass. How you do that? Quite simple. Be your true, authentic self. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't bullshit yourself to think you're perfect if you got some shit going on. Everybody's got light and dark going on in them, man. Get comfortable with who you are. You don't like some of it, say, okay, this is me. I don't like it, but I accept that, and I'm going to change this if that's the way you feel about certain stuff. You want happiness? You got to find happiness. You got to create happiness. You can't look and go, well, if the world or if this or if that. No, just make happiness. Trust me. I could have easily woke up today and made all bullshit today and been depressed and felt crazy. But I'm not. It's a giant hallucination. I control it. Okay, maybe it's not a hallucination, but I'm telling you what, whatever it is, I'm living it on my terms. Yesterday was my birthday. I actually had people around for the first time in years. I got taken out for breakfast. I got some new clothes, some sweatpants, sweatshirt. Very appreciative of that. A nice little dinner, Didn't do a whole lot, but I'm 49 years old. I'm not going out and partying. If it's a little warmer out, maybe I'd have hung out outside, but it is October. No matter if we're in Alabama or what, it gets cold places. So that was not a big deal. Used to that happening on my birthday. I could have sat out there and had a bonfire, but I might have become a little bit soft to the cold weather being down here. 50-some degrees out. When I was up north, I was like, oh, it's 50-some degrees out. Now I got adjusted to the seat, and I'm like, oh, it's 50-some degrees. The funny thing is the bonfire will warm you up, but I just didn't feel like going and digging out all the wood. walking, and you don't really have to go far. I mean, I'm surrounded by the woods, so there's fallen trees everywhere you walk, you know. I just like messing with it, you know. But yeah, did that stuff, and then a friend of mine had a live feed. She drew a really cool picture of me as an elf, not a Keebler elf, an elf like Lord of the Rings, man. As a matter of fact, it's my profile picture now. If y'all see it and you really dig it, man, that's my friend with the channel Nez Lover. I'll put links and stuff. Really fun place to hang out. She does great artwork, and there's great community people you can sit and talk to, and you know, and it ain't just texting people, you know, in a chat, because I've made friends with a lot of these people. I call them on the phone, I talk to them on Messenger, you know. So what was the point in this video? Oh yeah, I'm gonna start some businesses. Like I said, I'm gonna make and sell some things. I'm gonna do some music. I'm gonna get on one of them channels where I can get some licensing, so I don't get hit all the time putting music on YouTube. You know, I go to, like, I was thinking of going to DistroKid or something, maybe. I don't know. And I got to figure out how to do a live call-in thing. So I need to figure out how I would establish a website and then a phone number, so we can do like I don't know, maybe a weekly or a couple times a week we'll have like a call-in show where everybody can just call in and, you know, talk about how they're feeling, what's going on, you know, anything neat they've noticed or witnessed or whatever, you know. Maybe we'll pick a topic, maybe we'll just talk, but sometimes people just need to talk about whatever. But yeah, sitting around talking about this shit, I've been doing this for a couple of years. It's time to stop talking about stuff and just start doing it, you know. I never intended any of this to make any money, but it can all be done cheaply. You know, you get enough people putting in $3 or some change here or there or whatever, it all adds up, you know. There's plenty of different ideas of things out there. Like I said, you know, I've thought of making, well, these are the kind of things I said. There's like art, start doing plant oils, whether it be for, like, you know, it's aromatherapy, or actually make, like, you know, oil blends that you can wear. I'd be doing things with medicinal herbs, you know, making some stuff with that. I would like to, you know, get into the thing with wild lettuce. You make an extract from wild lettuce that's very good for pain. Yeah, just some different stuff like that. Art stuff. And the art stuff, like, I'm going to be doing some jewelry type of things and whatnot. But instead of just making a bunch of stuff and going here to, you know, choose from, I consider myself an artist, not a jewelry maker. You want something? Tell me what you're looking for, what kind of ideas you have. And if I'm convinced I can do it, I'll custom make it for you. We'll work out a deal, you know. I ain't a guy that's got to have a whole crap load of money. Maybe you got something to trade. Maybe you're just a really cool person I like that's helped me out, and I just make it for you and send it to you because I love you, man. You know, I thought of giving away some stuff as, you know, viewership goes up here on YouTube. And I did that, and I got 30 viewers in one day, and then YouTube cut all, they took like over half of them. They took like 20 some of them away from me the next day. And I figured I'd get to 333 viewers, and then I'd give away something that I make, but yeah, they kind of screwed that up. I don't know. And it wasn't like fake profiles, it was people that I know and stuff, so whatever. It is what it is. It's my hallucination, so I'll turn it around to whatever direction I need to. And that's that. I ain't gonna let this world consume me. I am way, 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 way beyond what this 3D realm even understands. There is no way I'm letting the third dimensional realm take me out with all the yeah. Just trust me, I know I've been around long enough to where this is just a little small increment in the many things that we all do throughout our existences. Life is here on earth is just a small little stop in all this. It's just a great big cycle, no beginning, no end. You don't end. Good luck on finding your beginning. If you find your beginning, you go back far enough. Hell, maybe it's that thing they call the Big Bang. You were dust at one point. You were a thought, then you became dust, and somehow in this process, well, now here you are sitting here as a human, wondering if this is all hallucination. Now, keep an eye out. We'll start doing some more videos. I've got a whole bunch of videos I need to sew together. And it's getting, towards the time of month where you start coming indoors more, so I'll have plenty of time to do that stuff, Won't be too long. It'll be winter time, so I'll put together some videos and start working on getting a website going and some other things. We'll have a big community here, man. And it's always going to be a free channel here on YouTube. So it's not like I'm going to start a website and go, all right, everybody's got to pay membership to see me. No, I'll still put shit here on YouTube. Maybe I'll make a membership somewhere and throw in some free things, like I'll make a custom meditation and a piece of jewelry and some things, but all the videos still all show up here. You won't have no point on my website where I'm like, well, the members, get to watch the special information I have that's changed the whole world. No. If I thought I had special information to change the whole world, I'd be doing pirate radio around town, YouTube, everything. I'd be doing everything I could to get the info out, But you all know how I am. Peace and love and unity. Even if you feel at a point where everything feels like shit right at that moment, don't go into that vibe. Don't. Like I said, for all we know, this might just be a giant hallucination. So don't take it so fucking serious. Anyways, I love each and every one of you. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that, Jesse. Oh, hey, Fifth. Yeah. Fifth, you need to see the picture that Marissa did of me last night. It's my birthday, so she said, is there anything you'd want? And I was like, yeah, you could draw a picture of me as an elf, like, Lord of the Rings type. And I just said it jokingly, and she thought it was a good idea. And then she asked me some music that I'd want to hear. So I gave her some stuff like the Benny Hill theme, it's just cool, fun music. And went to the live stream, and she actually drew the picture earlier in the day because she was just so inspired. And she revealed it on the live stream while we were listening to some really cool music and, chatted and stuff. Man, I was blown away by the picture. She said, I didn't even have to really try either to make you look like an elf because your ear is almost an elf's ear to begin with. To me, it looks so realistic. I feel like I'm looking into the past. I'm like, yes, that was many moons ago on a planet far, far away. Or maybe I was in Inner Earth or something. I don't know. Oh, no, in Lord of the Rings, it's Middle Earth. But ain't that kind of like Inner Earth? That's interesting. I never really thought about that. Yeah, thanks for the birthday wishes and everything. It's birthday, you know how it is. It's not like a big day of everybody celebrate me, but it is a good milestone to know. Yep, made it through another day in this world. I don't want to call it a wicked world. There's a lot of good in here, but we all know that the ones that think they're controlling the world, they're not the funnest group of people. So if you make it through another year here on Earth, you might as well pat yourself on the back and say, happy freaking birthday. Hello, Margie. How are you? Quartzsite, Arizona. Is that named after, like, was it like full of quartz or something? Hey, man, if it's got crystals, find you some crystals and stuff. Even if you don't want them, no, there's a whole market for crystals all over the internet, man. Collective dream. I swear to you, I have never, ever had it feel so much like, dude, I was talking to Randy in the house about that the other day. It's like a B-rate movie. Like, you go outside sometimes and there's like 2 or 3 B-rate movies going on. And I hear commercials, and I swear to God, it's like, you know, in one of those movies where you're seeing through everything. Like, you hear a commercial and nobody else hears it the same way. You know? It's like when you hear it, it's like some really B-rate shit. Like, I heard a commercial for Donald Trump before the voting stuff, and it sounded so generic. If you love God and you love your country, you wave your flag, vote for Donald. I'm like, what the heck? The first time around, they didn't sound like that. But it did. It's like everything I hear is like some bad B-rate movie. Like, I'm looking around for the person that's writing the script. You know, where are you? I know you're back there somewhere. There's no way this crap is real. It seemed all real. And then we hit a certain point, and I think after somewhere in the 1980s, things got really weird and just got weirder and weirder. And now it's like, man, this is a giant hallucination. I swear, at any minute now, I'm going to rip back the curtain and be like, dude, get away from the computer. You're messing up the whole program. Get out of there. Oh, yeah, lots of crystals. That would make sense with the name Quartzsite. Yeah, I lived in Arizona when I was a kid, but it's definitely one of them places I'd kind of like to go back and visit now that I'm older, you know. I actually have a friend in Arizona. But yeah, dry heat and desert's not somewhere I'd want to live. A phase of awakening. Oh, trust me, Fifth, about a week ago, I went on, we'll call it a shamanic spirit journey. And I literally did walk through the membrane. I was thinking like a movie Stargate, but this is straight up almost like organic feeling. Like, I literally walked through a membrane and I was in a complete different dimension outside of this realm. And I was given a lot of messages. A lot of messages. And basically, it was almost like a punchline to a joke. People think this is the be-all, end-all of everything. It's not. This is not it at all. People don't realize the whole reason we even exist is because that is how God experiences life. There's a fractal energy through the whole universe that makes up everything. And that is pure consciousness. That is what we call God. And we're pieces of that. And as pieces of that, we experience. All the experience goes back to. And people take this real serious, like, we've got this one life, we have to live it a certain way, and if we don't, and it's all messed up and all this, and that was the message I was given. It's like, it's almost like the punchline to a joke, like, really, existence is just, why do we exist? To exist, to experience, to know love, to know all these different things. And yes, even the bad, because how do you know love without experiencing hate, you know? How do you know joy without experiencing pain? It's all an experience. And it's taken so seriously down here that I swear the ones in the angelic realms that are talking to me and guiding me, you know, it's almost like a giggle kind of thing to them. Like, wow, why are you guys taking stuff so serious that you're fighting with each other and you're stealing from each other and you're being mean to each other? You know, We're supposed to be down here in the now as, you know, a united consciousness, but yet individualized enough to be able to experience everything from many different aspects. And to live any other way would be to almost deny your existence and disrespect the gift given to you. Because what we call God, I mean, this is a gift. It's like, here, I'm going to make this thing called creation. You will exist. You exist as part of me, but you have your own perception in which you can see the world with. But always remember, even though with that perception, if you stay tuned in to I, the one in which you're created from, you will always be guided. And you will never be divided from that whole entire conscious web. Just got to stay tuned in. If we all did that, we'd be able to have our individual lives and do things, but still all be connected and have that respect, because everybody would be looking through the eyes of God as part of God. How can you hate or have ill will or anything when you are convinced that your eyes are how God sees the world? It changes everything. It's like, wait a minute. I have a gift. I'm shitting on it and complaining about it. Even if it is a hallucination, it's a pretty interesting one, man. Oh, man. Oh, dude, don't even get me started on the earth. That's where my journey led me to some stuff, man. I literally watched as high photon gamma light energy came through the planet, all through everything that's alive, the plants, the trees. It was going through the root systems. In my mind's eye, I could see underneath the ground, and I could see the mycelium web all lighting up with this energy. I could see the earth breathing. Oh man, it was a trip, a total trip. But it connected me more to everything. I was actually convinced after that I manifested myself into existence from elemental energy, that I am part of the elemental energy. And then somebody said something the other day, this person that wrote this book about angels, not archangels, but angels, the angelic realms being basically that kind of energy, and that's the energy we come from, and that we're all unconscious angels. I was like, whoa, man, more trippy stuff to load into my brain. It's like, it's really interesting because people just think they're this human running around here. And they shame themselves too, because the world teaches you to shame yourself. Don't shame yourself. You got shit going on in your life you don't like, fix it. Oh, okay. Hold on a second here. Hey, can I call you back? I'm getting ready to end the live feed.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Yeah, that's my friend trying to get a hold of somebody earlier. What is it? He wrote at my big toe. I'm telling you that whole thing with the like I said, feeling like I got the punchline. I wasn't the only one. There's other people that's been to the same place as I have, and they're missing life, man. People are missing life. Just live in the damn now. Be happy you exist. You know, make something of what you're doing. You know, and don't try to worry about changing the whole world. Change your perception. That's how you change the world. You know. And I'm not saying that, oh, the world's just going to stay crap and you'd be that way. No, because when you start changing your perception and others do, that stuff rubs off on people, you know? So you might bring a few more into your kind of divine thinking, you know? Yeah, I'll look that up. Yeah, solar system, big, everything's conscious, man. Everything's made out of energy. That's why when I was younger, you know, people's like, Mother Earth. I'm like, why are you talking about the planet like it's some kind of consciousness? That's weird. Yeah, well, you know what? Sometimes the universe will show you some things and you'll go, okay, I get it now. I totally get it now. I mean, totally. I'm being led. I'm learning the forest here and the different plants and the flora and fauna here. And I swear to God, I am being led to the different medicinal plants and everything. Literally, I almost feel like somehow angelic forces, I don't know what we call God, whatever, something is working through. I'm thinking it's like through the mycelium web in the dirt and through fungus. And it's literally communing with people and telling you where these different things are. I mean, I can go looking for something in the woods and walk right to it and just be led to it by feel, you know? So whether it's interdimensionals, something through the fungi network, elementals, angels, whatever it is, it's there. It's divine in nature. Tune into it. Very, 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 very interesting. So, like I was saying, that one video earlier said something about life being a hallucination. Well, if this is a hallucination, make the best of it. Oh man, skies, geez, that right there. If you just watch the skies a little bit, you'd be like, wait a minute, we ain't Kansas no more. Something's different. A lot of people don't even look up at the skies. They're like this, walking around with one of these, bumping into telephone poles. And oh, I've seen people like on things on the internet where they literally like in a mall and they'll fall right into one of them fountains, you know, you throw coins into, like and boom, fall right into the fountain. The worst is people literally have walked out in the street and got run over by cars looking at these things. It's like, oh man, don't y'all realize you're being baited? I mean, should have realized that a few days ago. I flipped on my computer the day before voting. You know what happened? And it's still there. It showed up the new Windows thing, a flock of sheep. And every day now, through this whole little, from the day before voting till now, every computer, Windows keeps showing me sheep. That's what they think of us, people. They, whoever it is that thinks they run the world, they think we're sheep. They think we're ignorant sheep that just follow them. That's funny. Because if they could really see my soul for what it is, and probably a lot of you out there, they would be stepping back really, really fast going, oh shit. Who and what are you? Ain't none of your business. Just step back. You and your crazy thoughts about sheep. You know what? I wouldn't doubt that about the eyes being rewired. I've been having eye problems for a while. And I know there's something that I can do. I'm not really going to get into it right now, but it kind of does stuff as far as your vision. And if I do that, trying to look at my computer, the screen goes white. I can't see nothing. I look at the moon now, and it's like just like a lot of lights I see where the bright colors just coming out like this, you know. So when I watch the moon, even when it doesn't have a halo, for me, it's got, you could just see the spectrums of light coming out of it. I do the same thing with the sun and lights at night, which I thought was part of that. There's a certain name for something you can get where you have problems with light like that, but I don't think that's it, because the sun to me feels like it's turning into a giant crystal, shooting out all kind of weird colors. The intensity's different, you know, and very well could be, because check this out, Fifth. I was having that night I was on my journey, my sinuses, my face, everything. It was just like, oh my God, water was running out of my eyes, my breathing, man. I knew I was breathing, but I couldn't really feel the air going in, even though I knew it was. And then I was like, what? My lungs and sinuses are being restructured. See that high photon light I was telling you about? That's what I think when people talk about angels. These are light beings. They're made out of pure light, man. They've been talking to me. And they told me that night they were restructuring my lungs and my sinuses. And I thought maybe it was something to do with the air I was breathing here. Well, when I woke up the next morning, I realized it was part of the ascension process. It's part of our bodies literally ascending. So it ain't just me. If a lot of people pay attention, there's people being worked on. And I actually feel like I got 3 inches more bottom in my lungs. I'm not saying that my lungs got longer, but the way I'm breathing into them now is more fully and all the way to the bottom. It's not just a diaphragm thing. It's fully to the bottom of my lungs. And that's what I was told. And I mean, you know, I got the feel of that right after I seen the light beams. So it's just light, you know, but in my mind, I was able to, you know, the light formed shape to give you something bipedal. So to my mind, I could understand what was going on. And that's what I believe it is, because I've seen some orbs and other things and had that same energy. I'm like, this is angelic. This is an angelic energy. So yeah, you could see him as winged and stuff. You're talking a being made of light. It could make itself look like whatever. But I said a long time ago, if you're angelic in nature, just show up whatever's comfortable for you. You ain't got to show up a certain way to not freak me out. I'll understand you when you come. So they come as they are, as light. It's pretty neat, man. You know? Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that as far as the mushrooms thing. And there is, oh my God, I could make a whole video on just conversation with the fungi world. That's how I'm being led around the forest. I don't use these mushrooms, okay? But I live in Alabama pine forest. And I found Amanita muscaria grow out here. And they're just really neat looking. So I started taking pictures. And I don't use these mushrooms, but I have sat and commune with them. And ever since then, and also, you know, I had a psilocybin trip some time back, that things ain't been the same. I'm being contacted through the fungi world. I know that may sound crazy to people who don't understand, but anybody who's been where I've been knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it's unexplainable, but it is what it is. Somehow you make a connection with some kind of ancient consciousness. It could be our own selves. It could be something angelic. Whatever it is, it's somehow connected with our own consciousness. Of course, everything is consciousness, but there is a weird link. And when you make that link, this world will start leading you around to stuff. And that's how I'm finding other plants and stuff in the woods. It's literally, here we go, people. The mushrooms are telling me where to find stuff. And I'm not on mushrooms. Like I said, this, you know, you don't have to like be on these things for this to happen. I mean, I ain't even smoked any weed. I'm perfectly straight today. The only thing I've had is water and a protein drink, you know? So it is what it is, man. Really interesting world. Oh, man. Yeah, it's all that stuff. All them stories are asked backwards and things, you know. They want to keep people confused. Just like I'm still convinced to this day that, yeah, Moses seen God. Of course he did. You go inhaling a bunch of DMT, you're going to see God too. Now, I know that might piss off some people, but I don't care. I did my studying. You know, the acacia bush, the burning bush, DMT. Yep. There's even monks that use DMT, man. Of course you're going to see God. People have been doing that stuff for probably since like the caveman days, you know. There's cannabis, there's mushrooms, there's DMT. People are ingesting this stuff and going, I went to the other side. Yeah. Did you meet this entity they call God? Yeah. Who say his name was? Said, I am that I am. That was it, man. Didn't give me no name. He just said, I am that I am. I don't know, man. Don't know what to tell you, bro. I guess it means he's everything and everywhere and everybody and everyone. I swear, and if you put a little lightheartedness and get back to that child within, it's so much funner, more fun connecting with the other side, because these beings are where we get our sense of humor, like the angelic realms, these, higher beings or whatever. They want us to laugh and have fun. They don't like seeing us down here fighting and stuff over a bunch of crap, especially knowing that as soon as we click out of here and you get your memories back, you're going to go, oh, man, I just took that earth shit way too serious. I had a chance to have some fun. And they're standing there on the other side going, I know, man, we're trying to signal you. We're hitting you with all kind of synchronicities and all kind of stuff. And you just weren't paying attention, man. And then what do? Well, you're an eternal being. So you go, screw it. Send me back, man. I'm going to go try this again. So might as well, while you're here, accomplish as much as you can. So maybe if you do come back, it'll be easier next time around, or maybe you'll go somewhere else. I don't know. Only you know that. You and your guides. Maybe all your guides are just different versions of you in different time periods. Who knows? All right. Oh, trying to find my glasses. Well, anyways, I love y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I think it's the third video I put on here today. You know what? I didn't think about that. All that COVID thing going on and them telling me that. Because I swear, man, it was like the next day, it was like one of them commercials where you see where the guy takes like the halls or whatever. It's like, like breathing all the whole Arctic dance. Like, I don't know, or what was it? The old, it's a Klondike commercial. I don't know. Or maybe, no, them York Peppermint Patty commercials. That's what it was. Yeah, it's just like the next day I woke up and it's like, man, I just breathing real deep and stuff. I was like, whoa. My voice actually sounds a bit deeper too. It's like went to state. And that's just a normal speaking. I mean, I can actually drop my voice down enough to create bass that would rattle my microphone right off my computer. I don't know, man. Has to do with that whole lung thing or what, Maybe they're wanting me to own the world more, Just walk around everywhere, dropping, let's see, a triple low C ohm. Yeah. We'll get that thing down to where it's like so low you can't even hear it. You just feel it. It just shakes you. Like, what the hell is that? And just be sitting there going, everything's shaking. You hear nothing. Oh, man. Yeah, they're Master J. I had a staph infection as a kid that messed up the joints in my body, man. I've dealt with pain throughout my whole life. There is a lot of things you can do yourself to help control things and deal with the pains or whatever. But yeah, it definitely doesn't make things fun, I think I'm walking around with 3 hernias right now. Actually, I know I am. I just don't have the paperwork to prove it because, well, if I go get the paperwork, then they're going to show me knives and go, we can fix that. Yeah. Well, I'm that crazy fucking person that believes that I can have light beings help me do it, or have the light beings help me remember how to do it myself, because that's what I think the whole trick is. That's the messages I'm being given, is that I don't need all this help from outside people. I'm to remember my own powers and do my own thing. And when I say that, that's not because I am the all-powerful whatever. No, man, that's within all of us. You just got to remember what you're part of, where you came from. And when you do that, yeah, maybe people understand what the stories of Jesus were really trying to teach, And it wasn't that I am the Son of God and you must worship me. People definitely aren't getting the stories with that one. It's like, no, man, this guy's trying to teach you the ways. You know, I still believe if that walk on water thing was true, that's being trained in metaphysics. You must first see that there is no water, just like there is no spoon. But that's my interpretation. You know, who knows? Nobody's actually gave me proof of it, but I can tell you what, I got a better handle on these stories that I was taught as a kid now as an adult than I did as a kid. And that's because I don't have anybody controlling the narrative anymore. If it doesn't come to me right away, I meditate, go into a prayer state. If it don't come to me, well, it ain't time. It'll come to me when it's time. And that's how I can get it done. I don't rely on somebody to go, well, according to my interpretations, according to your interpretations, you got your own reality. I got my own reality. How's that going to work? Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Go use the bathroom. Yeah, man. Anybody got any ideas on websites, any of that stuff? Let me know. I know there's sites for selling art and doing different things. So I'm going to start doing some more things. I got something I'm making for my headband today, which looks kind of weird. Let's see. This thing kind of looks like a little cocoon. It's that plastic modeling clay stuff. But the whole point in this is where it's like that I can put this, wrap my headband around this in the back, and where it's got this going through it, out the top will be these feathers, and then I have something that's coming out the bottom to hang off them. But these are off of a really cool looking rooster. So I got one of these and a small one. It's going to go on the top, and then I have 2 leather cords and some other things I'm putting down here at the bottom. And then when I tie on my headband, I can stick it in my headband, or I can stick it in my hat, you know, so it'll be like a little accessory I can stick in my headband or hat. I don't know, someone come over last night, but it kind of reminds me of a cocoon or something, you know. I don't know, but I'm always making and messing around with stuff, so figure why not. Yeah, I remember, I think it was you that said that to me once before, that childlike thing to enter the kingdom of heaven. And that's kind of interesting because that was the message I was got without even reading that in the Bible. That was the message I was given. That's why I spent so long without any facial hair and stuff, you know, the mustache thing. It was, you know, getting rid of my mustache was because seeing that child in the mirror and keeping that whole thought pattern, you know. So I'll probably never grow a mustache again because I see that 8-year-old boy, you know, that child within me without the mustache. And I like that. And that's who I truly am, you know, because Lord knows it ain't until once you become a preteen, that's when the social construct comes and crushes that child within, you know. And I heard somebody else reporting, I'd have to look into it to see, you know, totally. But according to one thing I was reading, when you're a child, they say that you're running around with a lot more DMT running through your body. That's keeping you in that, well, I call it your manifestation state, your imagination. So that's more of a beautiful place to be. You aren't controlled by a social construct. You know, you believe in God and unicorns and whatever. You just got a whole world that's neat to you. And then one day somebody says, it's not really like that. You need to get a job. If you don't, you're going to be poor and die and blah, blah, and whatever, you know. And if you're good at the end, you might go to heaven. Unless you're atheist, then you just die and become worm dirt. It's like, wow, what a trip, man. Social construct made to control your mind. And they control your mind, they control your heart. They control your heart while you can't tune into your soul properly. So nobody's stealing your soul, but it feels like it because your soul's not actively doing shit here on earth because you're stuck with an instinct. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, DJ Fruit Loops, I see you, man. Sorry, I didn't mention your name. I see you up there, bud. Glad y'all stopped by. Yeah, I ain't seen you in a while there, Fifth. But yeah, man, y'all have an awesome day. And yeah, just keep an eye on the channel, man. I'm gonna start doing some other things. We'll see what happens. You know, make some stuff, share it with the world. Peace and love, y'all. Have a great day.